So here we are in my outdoor kitchen, which I spend most of my time in. I love it out here. I try to just close down the main kitchen in the house and just cook everything out here. My family and I love spending time out here and just eating great foods, enjoying one another, and just swimming and just having a great time. It is so beautiful right now in Colorado. The mountains are green, everything is lush, all the farmers have their plants in. We're seeing beautiful vegetables, lettuce come out, all sorts of things at the market. It's been so much fun, and on the property, growing all of this has been spectacular. Today's recipe is one that's near and dear to my heart. This is a recipe that my mom shared with me as a little girl growing up, and we just love our homemade pasta sauce. And I'm going to be making an egg noodle macaroni for you. Spaghetti is what I'm making for you today. So come on in and just have some fun and write down this recipe because it's a good one. Now I'm going to start, of course, with my olive oil, and we're going to drop it down in the pot. I would say about 4 tablespoons. And in that olive oil, I've put the flowers of my basil in. Also, I have, ooh, that's hot, spitting everywhere. Hey, calm down there. Anyway, I'm dropping down some Italian sausage. You could pick this up anywhere. Drop it in. Hear that sizzle? Right on. There we go. Let that brown up. You don't want any meat that's not cooked. Give your sausage a little poke. Let all the ingredients come flying out of it. And again, brown it up. You know what? We're going to cover it up so it doesn't spit all over me. And this is the way we start it. Now, I'm starting it off with Italian sausage, pork, and you could add all sorts of things in the beginning of this. You could add ossobuco, and you could add meatballs. You do whatever you want. Today's sauce is very simple, and that's the way, this is the basic ingredients to our family sauce. So you're gonna let those sausage brown up. Now, of course, we all love to use fresh San Marzano tomatoes from the garden or Roma tomatoes for this sauce. But in the instant, I like to use Centio. Centio is the closest thing to farm fresh. I mean, it's from Italy. It's a great tomato. You can find it in Safeway. Any of your local markets are now carrying it at Whole Foods. Not too hard. Get the Italian plum tomato. The San Marzano is amazing. So that's what we're going to be using here today, obviously, because my tomatoes are not ready yet. Here I have my fresh parsley, nice big handful. Give it a good chop. It just makes the sauce taste wonderful. Let's get it in there. Now, I've also chopped up some basil for you, and I have my fresh thyme sprigs. Just give it all a chop together. You could chop it real fine, you could chop it real thick. I'm just going to give it a great big chop. A lot going on. My little girl Morgan graduated Tulane Law School. Was so proud of her. We flew out to New Orleans and just had the time of our life. It was probably one of those proudest moments a parent could have, to know that their daughter, their child, has made it through law school, is going to be successful, and has worked so hard, and really has achieved a lot in her little life. And while I was out there, of course, I had to do the foodie thing. I went to see Mr. Besh, John Besh, at his restaurant. One particular that I really loved was Luke. They made such a fuss of me and my family. They made us, that Southern hospitality was impeccable. So much fun. We tasted great wines and drank some of the best tequilas, believe it or not. One of his main men that worked for him was making homemade tequilas and ate his wonderful, wonderful cooking. And they just made us feel so welcome. So thank you, Mr. Besh. We loved it. And there's nothing like your Southern hospitality. Okay, so our sausage are browned up now. Feel the sizzle? Yeah, cooking down. I'm also getting spit on, so just turn it down. You don't want to get spit on. I'm trying to keep it away. I'm getting a spray. Anyway, so now what I'm going to drop in, I've got a half an onion that I pre-chopped. So I'm going to drop this down. Got about 4 cloves of garlic going in. Then I'm going to take all my wonderful greens that I've chopped, and I'm going to get them in the pot. Spread them out. Yum, yum. Okay, put those down. Perfect. Okay, that looks wonderful. I'm going to salt. 2 teaspoons of salt. Pepper them. Pepper it up. I like about, I would say this will average out to about 2 teaspoons again of pepper, fresh ground pepper. Give it a whirl. Spin it around. Get it all cooking. Turn up your flame. Add in those new ingredients in. Okay, we're going to let that cook. It's sizzling up nicely. Let the onions go translucent on you. There we go. Smell that garlic and wow. It's fresh. Wait till you taste the way the sausage just adds to your sauce. So good. Good. Now I'm going to add half a cup of water. Let that simmer up. And I'm going to take my San Marzano tomatoes. Now, if you don't have one of these, just use your blender at home. You can put the tomatoes right in the blender. So what I'm going to do is just lightly bring it down and spin. I'm just chopping them up nice and easy, pureeing them a little bit. I'm not making it so that it's a total puree. I've got chunks in here, and that's what I want. Here we go. This is so much fun. You know who would love to do this? If you've got a little one around the house. What a mess, though. Have tomatoes flying everywhere, but boy, would he enjoy, hear her enjoy themselves cooking it up. It's fun to get the kids in the kitchen. They love cooking. Okay, so this is cooked up. What we're going to do is drop the sauce in. There you go. Splat, splat. Yum. And you could see the chunks going in. Perfect the way we want it. That there. Okay, so we've added new ingredients. We have to salt and pepper it back up again. Give it a whirl. Oh, smells so good. My producer's going to have a wonderful lunch today. Okay, salt it up again. Another teaspoon in. Pepper. Get that all in. Yum. And that's it. It's as easy as this. Mix it up. Oof, that smells and looks great. Now your salt, be careful of your salt if you can't have too much. I like my salt. I like everything that's bad. Also, I'm going to add a little more thyme to it. Okay? There you go. Teaspoon of thyme down. A little bit of Italian seasoning. There we go. There you go. Teaspoon again. Drop it down. And that's it. Simple, easy. It'll take you not too long. You make this, you pull it out during the week. You got sauce, you got dinner. The last ingredient into this sauce of mine, the family secret sauce, you're getting it. This is the Sauvignon Blanc by Villa Maria. And what I'm doing is I'm adding about a half a cup to the sauce. We're going to boil first and simmer later, okay? So the next thing I'm going to prepare for you is the egg macaroni.